1000万 MLB 翻訳選手チャンネルへようこそ。海外メディアが伝える大谷翔平選手の東京ドームでの活躍、その現地の反応をお届けします。100マイル以上の打球を複数飛ばす姿にアメリカのファンやメディアはどう反応したのか、現地番組の内容を日本語に翻訳してお伝えします。この動画が気に入ってもらえましたらチャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。
Your usage of the splitter was a little bit higher than we saw at this point last year in the year. What led to that, and how effective was it today?
今日、初回から結構いつもよりも球速が出てたんですけども、その要因っていうのはどこだったんでしょう。
試合前からすごくコンディション良かったですし、フォームの部分も、アリゾナの時からどんどん良くなってたので、球速が出たことにつながったかなと思います。
You know, because before the game, I was already feeling pretty good, and then even when I was in Arizona, I was feeling my mechanic was really, really good. So it comes out today.
To perform here in front of all of these fans, can you describe what it was like being back here, but being here as a Major League Baseball player here in the Tokyo Dome?
今日これだけのファンの皆さんの前で日本で投げれたということに関してはどう感じていますか。
本当にたくさんの方が応援していただいてすごく力になりましたし、また東京ドームに来られなかったファンの方もたくさんいると思いますけど、本当にこの皆さんの思いがすごく届いたので、すごく力になりました。
You know, because all the fans, like a support, was really encouraged me and pushed me to perform at my the best ability, and also there I understand there are a lot of fans could not make it to the stadium, and then their support was also that was big for me today.
Congratulations on this win, and arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Well done there by Kirsten. We were talking on the pregame show, Jerry, about Yoshinobu Yamamoto last year. Dave Roberts yesterday called his first start in the big leagues a debacle, that one in Korea. This year, tonight, a much different story from him. He was fantastic through 5 innings.
Yeah, listen, he was a rookie last year. Yes, he was very accomplished in Japan before making his major league debut in South Korea. And yes, that debut did not go as planned, but what a difference a year makes. He has the experience, a full year under his belt, and his performance, especially the second half of the season, especially when he came back off that injury, pitched extremely well in the postseason and in the World Series. So now he knows what to expect coming into this season. He knows how to pitch, and when he's on, especially spotting that fastball, that split is dirty.
He's human. I mean, yeah, the very first game, you have the nerves. He talked about that. He said, yeah, I was definitely nervous, didn't have the command, and that's something that he was known for. And then we saw it. Once the season progressed, once he got some opportunity in that Dodger uniform, started to relax and went out there and showed the world what he is made of. I think last year was really that turning point that we all recognized was when he pitched at Yankee Stadium, had an unbelievable game. We were talking about all eyes on him. How's he going to deal with the pressure? Well, he dealt with it then. He dealt with it in the postseason. And here he's just carrying that over here. Over in there, Japan, maybe he felt a little relaxed. You're always going to have some nerves. We know that. We say when you have nerves, it means you care. But it's being able to relax with those nerves, go out there and just perform. And, man, he performed tonight.
And you know what? That first inning could have got away from him. Last year, especially early on last year, that may have got away from him. But he made the adjustment quickly in that first inning, got out of it, and then he was on a roll. Again, command of all his pitches. When he's doing that, he's fun to watch.
In the opener, 4-1 the final. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is your winning pitcher, goes 5 innings, allowed 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Tanner Scott the save. Will Smith 1 for 2 with an RBI, walked 3 times. Shohei 2 for 5 with a double. And speaking of that man, Will Smith, who reached base 4 times in the season opener, is standing by in Tokyo with Kirsten.
Well, Will, it's opening day. You guys picked up the first win of this season, but to see guys like Yoshinobu Yamamoto, for him to set the tone, the bullpen was excellent. How did you guys what was the game plan going through this one?
Yeah, we just went out there and, Yoshi's going to attack. He's going to attack the zone. He's going to go right at guys. That's what he did tonight. They really only had the 1 good swing on it, the double in the gap. But, yeah, went out there, gave us 5 good innings, and, helped us get the win.
Splitter, it was excellent. What do you see from that pitch? What allows it to be so effective?
Yeah, it was moving a lot tonight. And, they were not taking good swings, and we just kept going to it. That was kind of the end game, just feeling it out, just keep throwing the best pitch he's got. And, get a lot of soft contact and swing and miss.
There's obviously a lot of moves this offseason, and a lot of arms. And looking at that bullpen, we knew it was going to be a strong one, but was tonight a perfect example as to what this team and what that group can bring?
Yeah, I thought so. Banda, first guy out, shut him down. Kasperius, Trinan, Tanner, 4 zeros. So, that was big.
Playing here is always something special. We saw what the atmosphere was like during those exhibition games. Tonight, how would you describe just kind of the fans, the environment, and seeing how things played out?
Yeah, it kind of felt like a home game with all the Dodger fans here. Pretty loud at times, but just really cool. We have so many fans here. You see them walk on the streets, LA hats everywhere. Just to be able to play in front of our fans here that support us from across the ocean, it's pretty cool and special.
Well, this is one of 162, but it feels good to start things with a win, doesn't it?
Exactly, yep.
Congratulations. Thanks so much, Will.
And we will see you tomorrow night or early in the morning, depending on your perspective. Dodgers and Cubs back at it Wednesday, 3 a.m. first pitch to close out the Tokyo series. Roki Sasaki making his major league debut. And then after that, the Freeway Series begins Sunday here at the Ravine. Then next Thursday, it's the home opener against the Detroit Tigers with ring ceremony on Friday nights. It was a welcome Michael Conforto in his Dodgers debut. Nomar, we talked about it earlier, but when we were watching the game, you really liked what he did in this at-bat.
I really did. I mean, this ball was way out of the zone, up in the zone, and then being able to get the barrel to that, just the hands, stay on top of that. That's just so pretty. And then go the other way. Didn't pull off the ball. Just a nice hit, nice swing.
His first hit as a Los Angeles Dodger. The Dodgers were getting no hit in this game going into the 5th inning. Jerry Imanaga, he walked a bunch of guys. Pitch count was up, so he wasn't out there for the 5th inning. The Cubs go to Ben Brown. Andy Pages gets it started with a walk, and they were off to the races at that point.
I just love their approach. Listen, obviously, Imanaga was obviously dealing. He is outstanding, but when he leaves, now you can pick on somebody else. And great job by the Dodgers in that 5th inning. Pages does a great job of drawing this walk, getting on base, got the leadoff hitter on base, and then the big show. Outstanding job getting on top of this high breaking ball, 107 off the bat. We got action first and third. 2 guys that could run on the bases. But once again, love the approach early on this inning, and we were able to capitalize.
We talk about this offense being able to pass the baton, right? And the little guys, and not just having to do it with one swing. That's what I really liked. It wasn't really just saying, okay, who's going to come with that long ball? We're really waiting for it. We just need it. No, they were able to figure out how to manufacture runs, especially when you have a new pitcher in there. They took advantage. They also walked 8 times over the course of the game, so they were patient as well. They weren't just necessarily just chasing out of the zone they were trying to find their moments. 5th inning was a moment. You capitalize on missed plays as well, and then you get some insurance runs. So I think from an offensive standpoint, early on, you were like, man, they could not figure out Imanaga, and you tip your hat to him. But once he was out of the game, they took advantage.
Great swing there by Will Smith. You mentioned it earlier, Nomar. Tommy Edman going into second base hard. It's completely clean. The one thing you can do, you can't take out, obviously, the shortstop and second baseman anymore, but what you can do is slide into second base hard, and you can pop up. He did that and forced that errant throw. We'll take the runs.
Little things like that, base running, sometimes can mean a run, and it certainly did tonight in that win over the Chicago Cubs. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, we heard from him earlier. Now he's at the podium. Let's hear more from Yoshi.
The way you pitched in the playoffs last year, how much did that kind of build your confidence, and how much, did that carry into this season, and how much more comfortable are you right now than you were at the start of last season?
昨シーズンプレーオフで投げた経験というのが今シーズン入っていくにあたってどれくらい自信になっているでしょうか。
Yes.
1ヶ月で経験したことは
The last postseason, that entire month,
自信につ
the
ながってます
experience that I had gave me a lot of confidence.
こういう例えばこうしたら打たれてしまうなとか、こうい
I
う
learned
気持ちで
if I pitch certain way like this, I give up a run or hit. Or if if I do this, I could
去年はあまり
eliminate
こう
the
明確
hitters.
に感じ
These
れ
are
て
the
なかっ
things
た
I
のが
learned
10月で
at
なん
the
とな
last
くこう
October
感覚になってたので
and how
技
I
術的なところで言う
felt.
とそういった部分が
So these kind of a
マウンド上がる
technical
時の
issue,
自信だったりそういったところに
these
つながって
things
るかな
gave me a lot of
と感じています
confidence on the mound.
What I experienced in October during play, I learned a lot of things, and then such as like what I should do and what I shouldn't do in certain situations, and then based on that, I feel I'm more confident.
One more quick one for Yoshi. We'll finish up with Dylan.
Your fastball was up quite a bit today
今日のフォーシームは非常に
year. Was that just the adrenaline from today, or do you actually feel stronger than you did last season?
まあ今日、球速が結構出てたんですけど、それっていうのはアドレナリンが出てたからなのか、それとも体調身体的に強くなったからなのか。
コンディションはまずすごく良かった
Yes,
です。
first of all,
アリゾナの
I have a
時
great
試合
condition.
をこう重ねるごとに
And
どんどん
at
感覚が
Cactus League,
良くなっていって、
the more I pitch,
ア
I
リゾナの
have
最後のところ
better
の時に
condition. The last
特に
outing
いい
at
感覚
Arizona,
が出てきたので、
I
まあそこをしっか
had
り追
a
い求め
great
て、この
feeling.
開幕戦に向けてこう練習
So
を
I
して、
had a
まあい
great
い
adjustment
ま
time
あ重心の位置というか、
for
まあいいバランス
to
で
focus
投球できたので、
for
あま
the
りこう
opening games, and
力を
I had a great balance.
いつもより出したとかじゃないんですけど、しっかり力の伝わったボールが投げれたかなと思います。
Put on the gas, extra gas to throw harder, but the result, I think I throw harder.
He was throwing a little bit harder tonight, had that adrenaline pumping for the first 5 innings, Jerry. And then Dave Roberts goes to his bullpen, and they made his job very easy tonight, the way they threw the ball, covering those 4 hitless innings.
They do an incredible job coming out of the bullpen. And first with Bonda, making sure you establish the strike zone early and then spotting that fastball in at 96, getting Suzuki there, perfect pitch. Ben Casparis, I loved him from day one. He hides that fastball very well, uses all his pitches. He has confidence. We know about the Blake train, uses all his pitches. Great movement on the slider, outstanding movement on that fastball. And then this dude, yeah, he's a dude. Tanner Scott with a 3-run lead. Here's my fastball. See if you can hit it.
I think one of the things that the bullpen that we have seen over the years, and they even talk about it, say what they talk about amongst themselves is going out there and attacking. You know, they have a plan. They're prepared when they're coming into the game. That's one thing. Kudos to the coaching staff, everybody in that bullpen, players, that they are ready and they know that they have a plan they want to go execute. But when they're going up there, they're thinking, I need to get strike one. I need to pound the zone. I need to trust my stuff. And we saw that once again today. Each and every one of those guys, they trust their stuff, and we're throwing strikes.
Lamar, first Access 360 of 2025. It's on the big show.
Well, of course it is. We got to break down Shohei Ohtani and his at-bats. I know we were all hoping and waiting, especially that 1-1 pitch. We thought this was it, and I think he got a little big on that, rolled over. I think his eyes got big, said, man, that was a pitch I can drive out. But then he gets on this pitch, hits a line drive. He has to work on his aim a little bit, but still squares that up. This one out of the zone. How about an 0-2 pitch out of the zone and still able to get to this ball, hit it over 100 miles an hour, drive it to right field. Great swing, stays on it, but he's not done yet. He's going to have some more at-bats, so we're all hoping to see if he hits it out of the ballpark. This was Jerry's called shot to hit out of the ballpark, but didn't get it out of the ballpark, but definitely hit it hard enough to get it out. This was impressive. Look how in front he is on this one. Out on that front leg, but still backing up and strong enough to still be able to reach that ball and still hit it over 100 miles an hour.
Look at him smiling, man. You think he's happy? Again, if you had that type of talent doing his thing, you'd be smiling too. But he's fun to watch, outstanding athlete. And I'm glad that he chose the Dodgers because we get a chance to see him every night for, what, 9 more years?
9 more years, Jay.
Can't wait.
All right, let's hear from Shohei right now. He's at the Tokyo Dome talking to the media.
Yamamoto was just in here talking about how much more confident, how much confidence he gained, especially after last October, and how good he felt physically. His fastball was obviously up. Kind of compared to where he was at this point last year, where have you seen, the most progress with him?
Yes, well, he is such a great pitcher without having a big emotion moving on. And also, he has a great skills of baseball. He's always stay calm, even though we gave up a run,
としてやっぱりこう先発ピッ
but
チャーになっていくに
when he
先
faced
発ピッ
the
チャーとしてはこう
second
重要な
times and
ポイ
third
ントじゃない
times
かなと思うの
of
で
the
本当に頼もし
opponent
いなという
hitters,
感じで
he's always pitch well. So he's very, he's such a great pitcher. That's how I felt of my view from the dugout by watching Yamamoto pitching.
He may give up a run. He has the ability to make sure that he's calm and collected. So that's something that I felt like he was able to sustain and grow into.
We'll take a quick final question from Fabian.
Yeah, Shohei, what has this week kind of been like for you, just kind of understanding like the weight that's where it comes to what you kind of carry in this country and just being back here and especially such a historic night tonight?
歴史的な一日、ここでプレーする10月っていうのはいろいろ感じてると思いますけども、感想をお願いします。
Yes.
グラウンドでのインタビューで言ったんですが、あんまりそのバッティングに関して緊張することは普段ないんですけど、珍しく緊張してるなという感じは1打席目もあったので、フォアボールだけはいらないなという感じでちょっとこう思い切りすぎてるなという感覚はありましたけど、それ以降の打席でしっかりと冷静に対処できたのかなと思います。
My second but third at bat, I think I got the normal feeling, so I think I can handle it, and I think I felt very good of what I did.
I needed some time to adjust, but I'm glad that I was able to make the adjustments in the later part of the game.
Shohei, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, same time tomorrow against the Cubs, 3 a.m. for Roki Sasaki's much-anticipated Major League debut, coming off a couple impressive Cactus League outings. Jerry throwing 7 scoreless innings and now getting to make his debut in his home country.
I tell you what, I'm really excited to watch this kid pitch, make his MLB debut there in Tokyo. He's got all the makings to be a superstar.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, obviously, we know the excitement over there in Japan, just to have the major league teams playing in the series, which is great, the great welcome. But to see him go out there, I'm really excited.
And Yoshinobu, Yamamoto, Shohei both delivered in Game 1. We'll see if Roki can do the same in Game 2. Finish out that Tokyo series. For Jerry, Nomar, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Pre-game coverage at 2 a.m. That's right. We will be here live.
大谷選手が日本での試合でも素晴らしい活躍を見せてくれました。笑顔で打席に立つ姿からは彼の充実ぶりが伝わってきますね。彼の活躍がこれからも続くことを期待しています。この内容が面白いと思っていただけたらチャンネル登録と高評価ボタンをお願いします。また次回の動画でお会いしましょう。